What's good, guys? Back with another video. In today's video, T and I are going to be discussing the differences between living in New York City and Dallas, Texas. But before we start the video, if you guys can do us a huge favor by hitting the subscribe button right now. Now, let's get to the video. We still haven't unpacked, so we need to do that before we start anything. Can we listen to some music?
Yo, bro, what the heck? Yo!
I didn't even do it. Yo, how? Okay, this is laundry. Just isn't my thing.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yo, don't mess up this shirt though. Hang that right there. There you go. Yo. Do you not see how all the hangers go that way?
It'll be all moment Thai. Moment Thai. Should never tell me that. I just ordered some Chick-fil-A that we can indulge in right after we finish unpacking. Monkey move. Yo, look at all the lint. Ew. What are you doing, buddy? Are you gonna help us? I don't think so. Like my teacher voice? Go. If you're not gonna help us, you have to stay quiet. Yes, quiet.
If you're not gonna help us, you need to stay quiet. Quiet. Oh my god, he's sitting. Good boy. Good boy.
The teacher voice works.
It does work.
Let's go. And a drink.
I miss you, Chick-fil-A. We haven't had fast food once in New York, I feel like.
That's a good thing. Yeah, we didn't eat one
Did
fast food thing in New York. No, we didn't.
No? Remember the last night?
We didn't get anything.
We stopped by McDonald's.
Oh, we did. I got a McFrap. Well, that McFrap was busting. That McFrap was fire. But yeah, yo, let's talk a little bit about New York, guys. It happened so fast. Like, we went to New York, and I felt like it was over so fast.
We were there for about a little over 2 weeks.
That long? Felt like 5 days.
Every day was so busy, that's why.
It literally felt like 5 days. It was mad fun. Hanging out with Kevin. For those of you guys who don't know, we just got back from a trip from New York and it was so much fun. This is the first time where I came back from New York and I was like, damn, I miss it already.
I know.
Like, this time was different. We kind of hung out in the city a lot more. We did different things. We packed our schedule as if we were on a touristy vacation. Right. So that was really cool.
Instead of going back home.
Yeah, we went with the mindset of we're gonna be in New York for a week. Let's do as much as possible. Not really like, dang, we miss home. Let's go hang out at home.
Let's go home, right, right. And it was different.
Yeah.
No lie, this time, this trip changed my mind about New York.
Same. I could say the same.
I don't think I can pick a favorite thing about New York, but I can say some highlights. Omakase at home. That was pretty cool. So for one night, we hired an omakase chef to come to the house and serve us sushi. No lie, the fried lobster, that was a highlight too. I haven't had that in so long.
For me, one thing that I really liked was I was able to link up with so many people to work out with. Like all my friends that I missed seeing and like wanted to really see, where I was able to catch workouts throughout all of New York, Brooklyn, to Queens, to Flushing, like everywhere. That was really lit.
I'm gonna say something and you're gonna be like, yo, that felt so long ago.
I know what it is.
The Aki way.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, that was a highlight, tell me not.
That was lit.
We've been wanting to meet up with him for like over a year and a half now. 2 years? Yeah, maybe even 2 years. And we just didn't have time to. But this time, it felt so long ago, did not? Yo,
like a month ago.
I know, but it's not. It was literally last week or a week and a half ago.
Yeah, that was an experience of its own, for sure. That could have been its own video just by itself. Cat's Deli, so good. So good. We didn't eat that much pizza this time though.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, we didn't eat that much. I'm not mad at it because we did try a lot of other different things, but that's kind of one thing I regret right now. Not eating as much pizza.
It's okay, we'll be back soon.
Right now, we're just kind of talking about New York and our past trip to kind of reflect for ourselves and also you guys on how it went. But later on today, when we eat our dinner meal, our healthy dinner meal, we're gonna be making some salmon and we're gonna be talking about the differences of living in New York City versus living in Texas. And that's gonna be a really good topic because everyone always asks us that question.
Another thing I really enjoyed was that we had different foods every day while we were there, right? Whether it was home cooked or we bought something when we went to the city.
True.
It was really good.
Very true. And don't forget, we got to spend a lot of time with Kevin. Not as much time as we would want, but we got to see Kevin. Oh, also, from the last video, the lobster video, everyone was really interested in where your parents' restaurant's gonna be. So you guys can definitely stay tuned for that because that's gonna be a fun one when it opens up. We're gonna try to be there for the opening. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Overall, our New York trip was super fun. I can't wait to go back, which we will be back soon. But also, this video is kind of like showing you guys a little bit behind the scenes of how we're trying to get back in routine. Because vacation, although it's really fun, it's also really stressful when you're getting out of like your daily activities, especially when posting content, which is the most important thing, sticking to your posting schedules and everything. So we had to stay on top of that. We need to get back into it because, like I said in the past couple videos, we have a really exciting surprise at the end of next week that we're gonna share with you guys. But it's gonna be really hectic for us. We gotta make sure we're on point with everything. We're focused up, so we can make that experience for you guys just as good.
Zach's gonna finish up his meal and then we're gonna go shopping. Spend Zachary's money, spend Zachary's money.
Spend Teresa's money,
spend Zachary's money. Also, for those that are curious on how Monkey did on the flight yesterday, this is what happened.
I didn't even hear him eating it.
I don't know, he literally chewed this up. It's impressive, honestly. It is really impressive.
Yeah, he destroyed that thing.
Yeah.
No
so
chance.
we didn't get a new one.
We are at the mall right now. We need to pick up some clothes for our event that's gonna be going on. Event or can't say. But yeah, we're gonna go pick up some clothes and then we're gonna go to Costco and then we're gonna come home and then we're gonna chill and then we're gonna eat some salmon and then we're gonna talk about Texas versus New York.
This is a persimmon. I used to bring one of these to high school all the time. Do you remember that T or not?
Yeah.
T's dad grows them in her backyard. My wish, my dream.
Is it good?
Look at that. T hurt her ankle or her foot, so she can't play ball tomorrow. But I'm gonna be playing ball tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever.
Look at that. Come on now.
Are we gonna try on those clothes?
Yeah. We have dinner set up right now. Monkey is eating a beef penis, a pizzle. We are having some, this isn't really.
It's a salmon rice bowl.
It's a salmon rice bowl, but a lot more whole.
Whole foods?
Yo, Liver King exposed for steroids. Crazy. R.I.P.
Yeah, so we got some white rice, got some sriracha honey salmon, we got some string beans, we got some kimchi cucumber salad, and some avocados.
We're trying really hard to not eat too crazy before we. Yeah.
Surprise. But to drink, we got.
Oh yeah, Sanso.
We got some Sanso.
Have you ever tried this flavor yet?
Nope, I'm excited.
Wanna try right now?
Yeah.
Sure. Ready? Cheers. Pretty good. This one's the lightest one
I like
out
this
of
one.
all of them.
I like this one more than the mango one. Alright.
Lychee one's still the best.
I know. We haven't tried Asian pear, that's the only one.
Okay. Cheers, I'm saying it. Cheers.
Wow. That was good.
We got a crust on top. And we're gonna be eating some seaweed today. Okay, let's talk about the title of the video though. The title of the video. New York City versus Dallas, Texas. We don't have like a list written out. So I think the best way to go about this is just have a conversation amongst ourselves about the reasons why, like we did in our last video. So this is gonna be the mukbang part of the video, talking about New York City versus Texas. I actually think that we should do pros and cons of living in New York City and living in Dallas. Also guys, this is me and T's first time talking about this too. We've been so busy the last couple months or even our New York City trip that we haven't even gotten a chance to talk about any of this stuff. So we're gonna talk to you guys as if we were talking to each other. The first thing is where you live, right? Right now in Dallas, we live in a 1-bedroom apartment and we pay about $1,500, $1,600 for rent. When we're in New York City, we're staying at T's house, which is rent-free. But let's say we were living in an apartment in New York City, the rent would probably be $3,000 plus. So that's already a pro for Dallas. Your rent is gonna be a lot cheaper.
Although New York City is expensive, where you're living is usually very walkable. Everything's very convenient and everything is within hand's reach.
The reason why this conversation is kind of sparking up is because we saw one of our friends' apartments who lives in Lower East Side, and it is absolutely gorgeous. We went on top of the roof, and we were able to see out through the whole city, and it was like, wow, my jaw literally dropped, and I've never seen the city like that.
Yeah.
So that was very eye-opening for us, and kind of like put ourselves in those shoes, and we're like, damn, maybe we could live here.
Yep.
Here's an interesting one. A pro and a con of New York City is there is so much stuff to do. It is absolutely endless. Like, you could just walk around and that's something to do. New York City is packed with friends, family, for us, because that's our hometown.
Yes.
And there's so many things to do, literally never ending. So that's a pro, but also a con, because we get super FOMO. Like, if something's happening, I want to be there. Or if my friend says, let's go link up and do this, like, I'm trying to go. Or someone's like, yo, let's play ball, I'm trying to go.
Right.
But if we do that, then it's taking away time from editing videos, talking to other connections, and doing other business stuff.
So basically, it's kind of like a distraction because you have to pick and choose what you want to do. Do you want to hang out and then deal with the consequences later, where we have to stay up to 5 a.m. to edit, which it happened many, many nights in New York.
It was worth it though.
It was worth it. We put out some good content, I thought.
Now, to add the aspect of Dallas, the pros and cons are this. It's good that we don't have as many distractions. We still have a lot of things to do here, but just not nearly as many. We kind of get to like put our heads down, focus on our goals of our business and social media and posting videos, and on top of working out. So it keeps us consistent with that. A little bit of a con, if you are someone who really likes to enjoy themselves and go out to different things and party and looking for the big city life, I wouldn't say that Dallas, let alone Texas, is your thing.
Right.
It's kind of more quiet and kind of like you get to do your own thing. There's a lot of nice people. People in Dallas are just as nice, much nicer actually, than people in New York as a whole. Southern hospitality is a real thing, and New York attitude also is a real thing. T and I have distinguished that many times in our trip back to New York. The bottom of the salmon, mad good.
Crispier than usual, right? Now, another thing to talk about is the food. For this aspect, I think New York wins it all. There's not really a comparison. New York has every type of food, and it's all right there. You don't have to drive 30 minutes, 40 minutes for a food spot. It's literally right there in the city. However, people think in Dallas, there's only like barbecue, like Dallas barbecue. That is completely wrong. I get my Asian food in Dallas. I get sushi, I get Korean, I get Jamaican. Like, it's pretty diverse as well.
We got oxtail, we got everything here.
Right, Indian, but it is more diverse in New York, and there's more options in New York. So, pro for New York.
Let me fight for Dallas now in the food section. I can argue that the food is much cheaper, for sure. The portions are honestly cheaper, and they give you more food, I would say.
I would agree.
The three things that Texas people could potentially claim, again, I'm not saying this confidently, but pho, Vietnamese food, barbecue, obviously, and tacos.
Nah, I think New York got some good tacos.
I know, but we haven't had all the tacos in Texas either.
I don't know. I agree with the first two. I think Vietnamese food here in Dallas is better than New York. And I think barbecue is better than New York. I don't think we've ever had barbecue in New York, honestly.
We have, it was ass, remember?
Oh, after this, yeah, that
It was
was
mad
bad.
dry.
Yeah. What about I feel like we should talk about basketball. So when we first moved here, we thought there was a lot more places to play ball in Dallas than New York. However, after this trip, I feel like my mind has changed on that. There are more places to play ball in New York than we said, but you do have to pay, and now the runs are different.
And the gyms aren't nearly as nice.
Oh, of course.
People in New York love to argue. They argue every freaking call, is mad annoying. And then honestly, a bunch of babies, for real. They call baby fouls, mad petty, the way they play. For no reason, it stops the game playing. And honestly, I think that's just because there is a little bit more limited basketball. There's still basketball available, but it's still more limited than Texas.
Which is why they like fight for every call, you know, who got next. They argue about everything. Which ball to use.
Remember at the gym when we were looking for the best ball? And there's mad people on the side dribbling with nice balls, but we needed a game ball. but no one wanted to let us use it.
Yep.
That was mad corny.
That was corny.
That would never happen in Texas. What
Yeah,
you say?
they're like, cool.
Yeah.
Also, I think Dallas basketball is better just because I feel like in New York, everybody's ISO ball. Everybody's one-on-one, take your man. Where in Dallas, it's a little less like that.
There's still a lot of that, just less.
Yeah.
Any other pros and cons? Weather.
Weather, yeah.
Yeah, weather is a big one. So, as you guys know, right now it is December. The weather in New York it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like
Better than we thought.
absolutely freezing. It's definitely colder than Texas by far. In New York, I felt like I need to wear a jacket and gloves when I walk monkey. In Texas, we could just wear like hoodies and sweatpants, and you're pretty aight in the winter. So, but when the sun's out in Texas in the winter, it does not feel like winter at all. In New York, when that wind hits you, yo, that wind is what makes New Yorkers New Yorkers. I swear.
Disrespectful.
For real, that wind is very disrespectful.
But just to reiterate, these are our opinions, our experiences. So honestly, anyone that has been to New York and Dallas, we would love to hear from you guys. I usually don't eat the salmon skin, but this one was really good. Looks like we have no more food. I think New York still has my heart. I think when we left it back in August 2021, when we moved to Dallas, I was like so over New York. I wanted to get out of there. And then now, after going back for 2 weeks, just this trip, not all the other trips, this trip, I was like, damn, I miss it.
We could always move back.
Can we?
No one says we can't. Damn, this food's mad good.
Mad good. You sure this is our last meal of the day?
Has to be unfortunate.
I'm going right to bed so I don't feel hungry.
Same. Oh. What are you doing?
You're so annoying. That's so annoying.
On Zach and T's next episode of Seaweed and Eat. Again, we've said this before, but just to reiterate, because we love that. Dallas, Texas is not like a place you go to and it's like, wow, I'm gonna have a fun time here. I'm gonna do so many things. I can't wait to do this, that. It's not that at all. You maybe spend like 2 days here and you're good. Like you don't need to see anything else. Maybe 3 if you're really hungry and you're a foodie. But New York City, if you go visit New York City, you could spend 3 months there and still you can't do everything. You can spend 6 months there and still you can't do everything. You know, like there's endless things to do in New York City, but that's what comes with the big city. Dallas is kind of more like a place of, like, if you got something to do, if you got business to do, you got stuff to do, let's just go there. It's quiet, you get to focus on yourself, it's cheaper, you tax breaks, gas is cheaper, everything, you know? So there's just pros and cons to everything, and as we keep living here, we're gonna have more.
Right.
Maybe if we move back to New York, we'll have more pros and cons. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, like comparing the 2 different states. We can't help but every time we're in New York or Texas, we always compare the 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're coming to the end of the video. We kind of just wanted to talk about this because we're coming back straight from New York. And this is the conversations that we've been bringing up amongst ourselves, and we wanted to share with you guys. Also, people ask us this question every time. One of our most frequently asked questions: why did you guys move to Dallas, Texas? How do you guys like Dallas? Why did you guys move from New York? So we want to talk about it a little bit and give you guys our insight. With that being said, this is the end of the video. T, give them a special word of the day.
All right, word of the day. If you made it to this point of the video, make sure you comment down below the word seaweed.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yo, you saw me reach this right when I asked you. So predictable.
So predictable. Yo, I don't think anybody would get
Yo, if
that.
anyone gets that, yo, I'll be amazed. This is the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Look at this guy.